And now, The Power of Literacy, an ABC 10 News special.
There's nothing more critical to lifelong success than the ability to read. That's why ABC 10 News is dedicated to our mission of improving literacy here in San Diego. Thank you so much for joining us for The Power of Literacy, an ABC 10 News special. I'm Melissa Messiha.
And I'm Jared Aarons. Over the next half hour, we'll show how far San Diego has come to make sure everyone has the tools and the opportunities to learn reading and writing skills. And our partners with the San Diego Council on Literacy tell me there's a lot more to be done.
Story. I'll be good. Do you think chicken's gonna be good this time?
No.
Every time you open a book,
Mrs. Marvel's Fists of Fury.
you open a new world of learning, of adventure.
The bad guys.
But reading goes beyond the page. It's everywhere.
But this is Central Australia.
In the signs we see, the social media we scroll, the forms we fill out. It's a skill that sets the foundation for a life well lived.
But she was always interrupting everyone.
It's why the San Diego Council on Literacy has spent the last 40 years working to make sure every San Diegan can read.
People are doing a lot of work, but there's a lot of work to be done.
California students are tested on reading ability in third grade. The most recent numbers show 51% of San Diego third graders do not meet state reading standards. Those numbers are worse among Black and Latino students. Even among adults, literacy issues persist. Around 20 to 25% of adults in San Diego read at the lowest literacy levels.
This is one of those challenges we can solve. We can fix this, but we need to get everybody together.
First book, I got it.
The San Diego Council on Literacy runs nearly 36 programs to help people read. They target kids, families, and adults. And new data tools let the council pinpoint zip codes that need the most help.
Our ability to say where the most need is helps to guide us in terms of generating resources.
Resources like free books given out at schools and community centers, or workshops to show parents how easy it can be to build a love of reading.
We have mothers who are reading at their children 2 months before they give birth, so we always say it's never too late and it's never too early.
And Cruz says it can start with something as simple as a conversation.
You talk to your children, you listen to them, you play the games, you sing the songs, you do the rhymes, you do all of those things. Even without books, you can introduce at least the language aspect of things and get them excited about words and help them with their vocabulary.
And help San Diego become a more literate and more connected community.
A statewide effort to boost reading proficiency reached a big milestone this past year.
A family reading program launched in its 1,000th classroom. The program is through the nonprofit Raising a Reader. The achievement was celebrated at Central Elementary School in City Heights. It's where the program was first launched 15 years ago. It focuses on serving kindergarten and first grade students, encouraging parents to get involved and set their kids up for success.
Raising a Reader marries early literacy with family engagement. We know that when children are reading proficiently in third grade, they are set up for greater academic and life success. In third grade is when children shift from learning how to read to using their reading skills to learn math, science, history.
During the milestone celebration, Central Elementary also received a $10,000 donation to continue its work. Nearly $5 million have been invested into the Raising a Reader program statewide with funding from the Masons of California. And a new California law is revamping how kids learn to read. It's a final piece of a 5-year campaign to change how kids are taught to read here in California. Under the new law, elementary school teachers will receive training on reading instruction focused on phonics. It's a process where students are taught to decode words by sounding them out. Governor Newsom also included $480 million in the current state budget to support literacy instruction.
Elevating literacy across the state and right here at home, that's the goal of Project Arise. The local directors I spoke with say they've seen the direct impact it's had on several multilingual students and teachers across the county.
Oftentimes we think that literacy is reading, but it really encompasses the areas of oral language development, reading, and writing.
In San Diego County, there's a need for building literacy skills, especially with the next generation of leaders. And that's where Project Arise steps in.
Project Arise is an amazing opportunity to support the needs of multilingual learners throughout our county.
It's a statewide literacy professional development grant that aims to help improve literacy across California.
There are low literacy rates across our state, and so providing opportunities, particularly for our students who might struggle the most, is a huge need in our county.
According to the San Diego Council on Literacy, nearly half of all San Diego students did not meet the standard for reading, while more than 40% of San Diego residents over the age of 5 speak another language other than English at home.
When students have a bilingual brain, it requires more specialized instruction and practices that support them in making connections between their home language and the new language that is typically English. I would say that we have impacted at least 40 sites throughout this entire county and close to 100 or more teachers
on site and even online. Project Arise also provides free online courses that offer an across-the-board approach for instructors, providing these educators with support and skills to pass on to students.
That once we begin giving students opportunities for oral language development, to speak, to engage in the classroom, we're providing them with the language to participate, we're giving them visual supports, we're making sure that they're meaning making and comprehending, it supports every single student in the classroom.
These 5 free courses can be found on the San Diego County Office of Education website. Tali Latoy, ABC 10 News.
Students in Poway Unified, the county's 3rd biggest district, have shown impressive scores in reading the last few years, thanks to a new way they're using to teach kids how to read. The teacher in charge of that program gave me a lesson and showed me how this new strategy is making a big difference.
Teacher's life. Crazy driver.
The tools Trinace Sevilla uses to teach reading are not your typical school supplies.
And I want you to say the sound too.
All right.
So, read it. Cat. Perfect.
Instead of books, pens, and papers, she uses whiteboards, bumpy boards, cards, tiles, even sand on a tray.
M spells.
It's part of a reading comprehension program Poway Unified started using in 2018 called IMSE, the Institute for Multisensory Education.
Eyes are working, my ears are working, my mouth is working, and something with my fine motor or gross motor is working.
The program started in Poway's special ed, but Sevilla, who serves as the district's special teacher on assignment,
spells the,
quickly realized it would benefit every student. In 2022, using money left over from pandemic funding, Poway started training every teacher.
I'm so proud of Poway for leaning into the opportunity, and I'm proud of Poway teachers for taking that opportunity.
IMSE has been gaining popularity.
The program uses a multisensory approach.
Last year, I went to Monarch School when they started using the program. Monarch serves students experiencing homelessness. Thanks to IMSE, 97% of their students who did pre- and mid-year testing showed an increase in literacy scores.
They are really proud of themselves, and that just makes you really excited for the work that's happening in the classrooms and the joy of learning that kids are getting to experience.
So we pound the word chip.
Right.
At Poway Unified, the improvement over their first full year of IMSE is just as remarkable. According to data from the district, kindergartners went from 43% performing below grade level in the winter to 91% reading on or above grade level by the end of the year. First graders went from 59% below grade level in the fall to 84% on or above grade level at the end of the year. And second graders improved from 45% below to 85% on or above.
That doesn't happen.
It was amazing. I looked it up. I looked at my peers and I said, wait, because I'm not the data queen. I teach reading, not math, right? And I'm like, wait, does this really mean what I think it means? And people around me were like, oh my gosh, yes, it does.
This fall, every student in the district will begin the year with a reading foundation in place from IMSE. It makes Sevilla even more excited to see what they're able to do in the future.
And I cannot wait to see what happens moving forward as those students move into 3rd grade, 4th grade, 5th grade. That foundation that they're bringing with them, amazing. What's our word? Problem. Big words aren't so scary.
It's not a problem.
It's not a problem.
So I asked Sevilla if parents might struggle to help their kids with these reading strategies, you know, like what happened when school switched to Common Core and math, and a lot of parents didn't quite get it. She told me the district is going to offer literacy nights to help parents understand those lessons, but she also believes that as time goes on, kids will be able to teach their parents what they're doing as they go.
And when it comes to literacy, we're not just talking about kids, but adults too. We are getting more detailed insight on the state of adult literacy here in San Diego. So go ahead and take a look at this map. New data measured literacy rates across the county in each zip code. The darker the shades of purple, the lower the literacy level. About 23% of adults in the county read at the lowest level. Most of them are native English speakers. El Cajon, Escondido, Imperial Beach, Lemon Grove, and National City have the lowest rates of adult literacy. Carlsbad, Coronado, Del Mar, Solana Beach, Poway, and Encinitas have the highest rates. This data also factored in ethnicity, income levels, housing status, and employment status. The San Diego Council on Literacy and Data Science Alliance released this data this past September. And literacy doesn't just refer to reading and writing skills. There's also digital literacy. It's critical for today's job market. To help more people become digitally literate, Goodwill Industries of San Diego County is now offering a free digital literacy training through the North Star Digital Literacy Certificate Program. It's available online and in person. It's offered in English and in Spanish. Participants will learn computer and software skills and how to use technology in everyday life. Books can create all kinds of possibilities for children. Coming up next, the donation opening the doors to literacy for Spanish speakers.
Plus, everybody loves their grandma, especially when grandma volunteers to help in class. The support these grandmas give to help students succeed. One recent book donation is helping make sure children who speak Spanish also can enjoy the thrill of reading.
ABC 10 News reporter Laura Acevedo introduces us to a family who says it helps improve language skills and stay connected to their culture.
There's nothing quite like opening up and reading a new book. A free, gifted book is even better. The Reyes family was one of dozens at Rock Springs Elementary who got to pick out 5 free books at a recent Lunch and Learn for parents, a donation from the Education Begins at Home nonprofit.
Today's Lunch and Learn is with first grade parents.
Founded by Edward Becerra, but this donation was also made possible by the Fondo de Cultura Económica, who donated 70,000 books in Spanish to the San Diego Council on Literacy. They're a Spanish language publishing group based in Mexico.
I received a total of 4,000 books from the distribution.
Becerra is a firm believer that reading is the key to a child's success in life and that providing books in Spanish is necessary, especially in our region.
You can go to any school in Southern California and at least 50% of the students are Latino.
Adding new books to the collection is always fun, and then especially some in Spanish.
The Reyes family happens to be a bilingual family, so reading in Spanish is a priority. Mom Layla Reyes says practicing the language through books is a way she makes sure her kids retain the language.
A lot of our family speak Spanish, and so it's definitely something that we want to pass down to our kids.
In total, the kids took home about 125 books at the Lunch and Learn, although Becerra brought about 500 just in case. Since 2015, he's given away over 300,000 books at over 1,000 events. And for him, it doesn't matter if kids are reading in English or Spanish, as long as they're reading.
My whole purpose is to help improve the reading levels of our youth.
In Escondido, Laura Acevedo, ABC 10 News.
Grandmas are volunteering their time to help mentor students. A big focus is, of course, on literacy.
ABC 10 News reporter Marie Cornell shows us how they are connecting kids with the support they need to thrive in class.
Slowly. For these kindergartners at St. Charles Catholic School, having an extra pair of hands is helpful. But it's even more special when it comes from community members like Grandma Grace.
I think it is very different. The kids seem to really take very well to the grandmas. The teachers are there for support as well, and they do utilize them, but it's a different feel from the kids.
Oh, there's a phone.
Grandma Grace is a member of the Catholic Charities Foster Grandparents Program, which has been around for 60 years. It's a federally funded program that connects those 55 years and up with local schools and those with different needs.
May have English as their second language, you know, maybe have some type of learning disability, or, you know, just have to get caught up. You know, maybe they've come from a different school and they just fell behind.
As volunteers, they mentor students, help with tutoring and skill building with a focus on literacy.
It depends on what the student needs. You know, sometimes they'll need help with phonics and they'll sit there and work with them. Sometimes it's spelling, you know, they need to learn to spell, you know, so they'll have the flashcards working with them one-to-one. I've seen small groups where the kids take turns reading.
This is not what I do in the classroom.
Linda Cochran Johnson has volunteered as a grandma for several years.
And it's been very rewarding.
What do they call you?
Grandma Linda.
Grandma to one, she says it gives her the opportunity to relive the days when her grandson was younger, while making an impact in other children's lives.
Beyond the teacher, I'm the next person that they talk to. And I try to give them the same advice I would give my own grandchild. You know, if I see them doing wrong or doing something that's not right, I pull them aside and say, hey, look, what could you have done differently?
The program director tells me they are in need of volunteers. If you are interested, you're asked to fill out an application. You'll have to go through a background check and get a physical. I am told training will be provided and you will get a stipend. Marie Cornell, ABC 10 News.
Dolly Parton's Imagination Library is impacting children in Julian, how the program works and how it helps kids find their voice. A nationwide program has been bringing the power and joy of reading to kids nationwide for 30 years. Now it's in San Diego County.
Dolly Parton's Imagination Library. It provides free books to kids every month. ABC 10 News reporter Yasmin Ludi spoke with one family in Julian that has benefited from this program.
Many of us grew up with a favorite childhood book. For me, I loved Anything by Dr. Seuss. And a literacy program started by a famous face is helping children find their favorites.
The dog got very excited.
Cinderella with Dogs.
Woof, poof.
It's a book that Alessio, Caruso, and Zelmira don't mind listening to their parents read over and over.
All of our children are really good about sitting and reading with us, and they immerse themselves in whatever book it is we're reading.
From listening,
ball, where?
To sounding the words out. To 7-year-old Alessio, now reading on his own.
Dinosaurs don't ride bicycles.
Gilbert and Elizabeth Pritchard say the Dolly Parton Imagination Library program has helped their kids find their voice.
Apple.
Good job.
We were very excited when they became interested in reading and started reading and kind of looking at the letters and realizing that there's like a decodable language hidden in those letters.
The nationwide program was created by Dolly Parton 30 years ago. It gives children between the ages of 0 and 5 free books in the mail every month. The goal is to set them up for success before kindergarten.
They have an excitement for reading, so getting a book that has their name on it, that's addressed to them, it gets them excited to read their book.
The program was launched in Julian 5 years ago with the help of community volunteers like Eric Jones.
It relies on local volunteers to come together and to create a partnership with a local nonprofit, then go out and make the community aware of this program and raise some money. We need to raise money locally to pay for a portion of the cost of the books.
Parents register their kids when they're born.
When they come to school, they already are familiar with books and they enjoy them. They associate them with positive experiences with their family.
Jones says 96 kids in Julian are currently registered for the program.
Stop.
Since it started in the East County community, more than 100 students have graduated from the Imagination Library.
They reached age 5, they got a congratulation book from Dolly Parton as their last book, and then they go into school.
Jones believes more than 6,000 books have been mailed out to the kids in the area. As for the Pritchards and their growing library at home.
Reading is very important to our family, and I just think that it's such an important piece into being a lifelong learner.
Yasmin Ludi, ABC 10 News.
A great program. Well, Governor Newsom's office says the expansion of the Dolly Parton Imagination Library is expected to reach the entire state by 2028.
Literacy across San Diego County will get a big boost this summer when the San Diego County Fair gets underway in Del Mar.
It's going to be about fables, books, stories, libraries, literacy, fairy tales, all of that.
Yeah, the theme this year is Once Upon a Fair, and it's going to focus on the power of storytelling. Right now, there are tentative plans for spelling competitions, poster contests, and partnerships with city and county libraries. The fair has already begun promoting books on its social media, and the theme will give the San Diego Council on Literacy an unprecedented reach, they say, to get more than 1 million people in a month and really promote the joy of reading. Once Upon a Fair begins June 10th in Del Mar.
Checking out your local library is also a simple and free way to improve reading and writing skills for kids and adults. Several of the San Diego Public Library branches offer family literacy services. Those programs include early reading and writing developments and more. Plus, families are given free children's books to help build home libraries. If you are interested, you can also volunteer to support the family literacy program. The county library released its list of the top books checked out in 2025. It says overall checkouts were up 43% compared to the previous year. Starting with adults, the top book was The Women by Kristen Hanna. I was one of those who checked it out. It was a great book. For teens, Sunrise on the Reaping by Suzanne Collins was #1. And topping the list for children's books was Diary of a Wimpy Kid, Hot Mess by Jeff Kinney. The library says digital magazines are gaining popularity among readers. Last year's most popular was The New Yorker.
Best day ever, like one of my best days ever.
And the joy and love of getting a free book. Still to come, we'll take you inside ABC 10 News Storytime and how it helps make sure kids always have something to read. Every month for the past year, we got to spread some smiles and a love of reading at schools all across the county. It's one of my favorite things that we do here at ABC 10.
I love it. As part of our ABC 10 News Storytime, Jared and I read to students, and they also got to pick out free books to take home. Ready, set, go!
I love the bad guys. Those are great.
I love when I pick the books and when you read us the story. That was nice.
The air was scented with the heavy, rich smell of melting chocolate.
I think the only way to combat the literacy issue is to put books in kids' hands.
They will be able to read those books over and over and then instill that love of reading, and they can share it with their siblings, their families.
I think it will inspire kids to read more because they will see more books. They will if they read, they will like them and probably even start reading more and more and more.
So I'm going to read a little bit. Well, let me tell you something, buddy. Just because I've got big, pointy teeth, what is it that you like about reading?
I really like it because it helps me learn.
What do you think about getting 5 free books today?
It's kind of cool. I got Charlie and the Chocolate Factory and Bad Guys.
Can you mambo just like me? Dancing just might get you free. A lot of fun. Did you have a book that inspired you growing up?
I did. I remember I loved Super Fudge. It was my favorite book as a kid, and that was the one that I just wanted to read over and over and really helped build that love of reading.
Oh yeah, I love Kristen Hanna books. I love Harlan Coben books. I just, anytime I can pick up a book and actually have time to read, it's great.
And we hope you have some time to read also and enjoy reading as much as we do. Thank you so much for joining us for The Power of Literacy, an ABC 10 News special.
You can learn more about all of the programs and stories that we featured on our website, 10news.com. Have a great night and happy reading.